So, we are very happy today because 5th of July we finally got the keys to the new house. And so, for those of you who have been following my previous videos, I've been talking in there about all the things that we are currently getting done in this place because we're moving soon. July is our last month here in this flat where we have been living since 2018. We love this flat. There's so many memories we built in here, and certainly we're gonna miss a lot of the benefits that we got with this place, but it's time. I think for us it's just time to move on to the next thing and to start in what will be our new home. We bought this house in 2020, which already was something that Nate and I were very proud of because we decided that we couldn't keep spending money in rent. And so on 2020, we both thought, I think it's time for us to start venturing into this whole home owning situation, and we started looking into the market. And at least here in the Netherlands right now it's quite tricky to get a house. The prices are very expensive and the market just keeps increasing. So there's a huge high demand for getting a house, and there's just too many people. So having said this, in 2020 we decided to start looking into getting our new place, and it was not easy because it was literally in the middle of the pandemic and viewings were very tricky. You can only come 2 people maximum, and not many people were allowed to be in the same room. So for example, it was Nathan and I, also the person who was showing us around, and the person was not able to be so close to us in the same room. And the thing is that here in Europe, places are very narrow. Things are just so much smaller than on the other side of the world. So sometimes it was necessary to just have a conversation about certain things, and we had to move. We always had to go outside in an open space so that we can take time to fully ask our questions to this person that was showing us a place. These kind of make the thing a bit more challenging than we were anticipating, because you might think, oh, whatever, that's not a big deal, but actually when you're looking into a place, there's so many questions that will come up to your mind, and it's just so nice to right there and then just ask these questions to the people. Those were one of the things that I noticed that it was a bit tricky about looking for houses during pandemic. Next thing is that everyone around us was telling us like, are you sure you want to get a house? It's just pandemic time and not be the wisest thing. But crisis creates opportunity, and to be fair, we knew we were taking a risky move, but for Nate and I, we also spoke about it, and we thought, we don't have any family here in the Netherlands, it's just him and I, and we can't keep throwing our money away like this. We don't know when the house market will go down, and if we sit down and wait for the house market to go down, we might keep waiting for 2 to 3 years more, or 4, I don't know, we don't know, we didn't know. So then we decided that it was a risk, but it was a risk worth taking for. and we decided to go ahead with it. And I think we just didn't just go ahead with it. We sat down, we worked out our finances, we figured out things, and we ventured and we took a decision and we said we're gonna get a house. So that was it. It was like, okay, we're getting a house. Now, next step, what house are we getting? Are we getting a already built-in house, or are we getting a new house? We always had our eye on new houses, but at least here in the Netherlands, getting a new house is like getting into a lottery system. For a new house, you have to apply for one of those houses around the neighborhood, and actually you have to apply for several that you think fit your requirements. And the construction company has a lottery system where they choose the people within the pool who had applied for that. Once they have identified these people, they get contacted, and if the person still is interested in the house, they just get it. Of course, there are a lot of procedures that you have to go through, and for us, we had a financial advisor for that, and so at the beginning, he said that for expats, maybe a new house was not recommended because it was just a bit more complicated. But here is the big but. I have a fiance that is very stubborn, and he does like do his due diligence. And oh my goodness, it was really interesting because we had given up on the idea of the new house, so we were now looking for a new already built-in houses. But with those, we realized that you always have to give up something, and you can always pay for it, but there's so much more investment that goes afterwards because you will always want to change something. So we were not very sold on the idea, and there were starting to be a lot of things that we need to give up, like for example, some houses had a very nice kitchen but not a very nice bathroom or toilet room, or rooms were very small, or natural light was not there in, or the location was not so nice, the neighborhood, I don't know, there were always something that was missing. And all the things that I've mentioned are areas that for us were crucial. Kitchen, lighting, natural light particularly, good location. We didn't really want to give up on some of those things. So it was starting to get a bit tricky, the whole procedure. We arranged many viewings to see different houses. And so one day, Nathan, it was already in the evening, and he's like, I just find this neighborhood, they're building new houses, and I don't know why it's not the lottery system. And so he kept digging, and so he called and he got it. He literally got it. There was no lottery system, and the guy said, yeah, you can get it, just get your things in order, and let me know as soon as possible. We're gonna keep it for you for this whole week, but if by Monday we don't have an answer, then we're gonna have to move on if someone else calls. And literally that week we started doing all the paperwork, we started figuring everything. And so it was really impressive, because after we did all of our finances for this, it turns out that getting a new house is way cheaper than getting a built-in house. Many reasons. You don't have to pay for the tax property transfer that you have with the already built-in house. With a new house, it's just such a good investment. You are paying for a newly built home that, because the house market keeps rising, you're gonna get that money back immediately. And if you ever want to sell it, you can sell it for a very good price. Also, another thing is that for us, the idea of just getting something done for ourselves was just very appealing. And to be fair, even though we had to pay monthly installments, for the house and the rent. It was great. It wasn't really difficult because we had already anticipated for that. We had done our due diligence. Our finances were in order. And so we already allocated, and the amount of installments that you have to do per month are based on, for example, 3% of the cost of the building or something like that. So they were pretty accessible payments, and it was only between Nate and I, so it wasn't really difficult. The difficult part was waiting for it. That was our most difficult part. And I'm saying this because actually it took a while for the house to be ready. I remember signing in the papers, I believe so, in February 2021. We went to the notary and signed the documents, and they started construction only in April 2021. Right now, I'm recording this video on July the 5th, 2022. So it took them more than a year to have this building filmed, but it was worth it. It was really worth it. The house is what we wanted. It's in a very nice location, and we're no longer gonna have to keep paying rent here. And the best thing of all is that we don't have to give up anything. We're gonna have the blessing, I consider it a blessing, of being able to design our own home, our own place. Everything's from scratch. The house has just been built, so it's in perfect conditions, and we are just very happy and very blessed. We feel very grateful about the whole situation. Okay, baby, do the honors and open the new house. Go, go! This is your new home. She's like, this is it. Go, go, come here. What is this? Dun, dun. What is this, Coco? Go, 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 go. Do you like it? Go, let's explore it. Go and see it. This is gonna be a room. Then done. I'm gonna show this. See it, Coco. Do you wanna join me, Coco? Oh, okay, okay. You really know how to pull these out. Oh my God, there's excellent lighting here.